Hello, hello. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good noon sa lahat ng mga mommy. Good afternoon to all the mommies out there, wherever you are in the world. It is noon time here in England, and it is noon time here. It is 12 o'clock, so we were late because I made a mistake in converting the time. It is now 6 o'clock in Thailand and it is 12 o'clock, so we have 6 hours difference. Good evening to all the people in Thailand. I know that, yeah, sawadee. And it is morning in other parts of the world, in Canada and in the USA. Today is a day where we have our guest, and our guest is all the way from Thailand. So today we will continue to talk about discipline practices as well as classroom management. We will touch on those topics more because I believe that discipline is a big key in our in parenting. So it is very important for parents how to learn how to discipline and also how to manage the classroom, because we have a lot of teachers here in this Facebook group and we will be talking about it. Yes. Yeah. Tissue. This one. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So I am in EJ's classroom. I am at EJ's classroom right now because he is studying as well at the same time. So that's why. So at least he's studying and I can do my stuff. Okay. It is it is warm here. It is really spring and it's cool outside. So with lots of
Need to fix
sunshine.
this one.
Hello there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. If you didn't know yet, my name is
Sawadika.
Kayla.
Sawadika. Sawadika. Good evening, everyone. So this
And we
is
have our guest all the way from Thailand, like what I said
good,
earlier.
good evening from
Uh,
Thailand.
this is a this is a Facebook group where it's very safe and you can share everything. You can ask questions without discrimination, without racism, because this is very international. Our mothers here are from different countries, really global. It's really amazing. So if you're watching us right now, please leave us a comment where you are watching from. And if you have a question as well, let us know what's your question and let me know what do you do. If you are a teacher, if you are a plain housewife, or whatever you do, if you are a businesswoman, because it's
Let me fix this.
really good to know that we know at least your background and that we can relate with you. And if you have some issues or questions that we can address, it is really good. And we hope that we can help you. Anyway,
I only have one child, but it's really difficult to impose discipline. And that's why I really admire those mothers who have more than one kids because they 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 ma they may very good in disciplining. And I don't know what challenges you are experiencing in disciplining. So our guest today will help us understand about discipline practices in the country where she is. The last time we talked about the discipline practices in India. I have to pick this on the table. And today we will try to take a glimpse of the discipline practices in Thailand. Ladies, mothers, please help me welcome our guest for today, Miss Eugene.
Hi there. Good evening. Sawadika from Thailand. It's good evening here. So let me introduce myself first. So I think I'm I'm a friend with Dr. Jade Luck. So we've been friends since we were studying doctor degree, right? Doctor degree in Bangkok. And then back then, EJ is just still inside her tummy, or that's what. Yeah, I remember those days. I remember those days when you're still studying and EJ is still inside your tummy. So that's it. So that was, I think, 2 to 3 years ago. I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
remember what it was
2 years
that.
ago. EJ was
2
still in
years
my
ago. Yeah.
family and we were in the classroom studying.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been classmates. So first I want to introduce myself. I'm Yehania Malyari de los Reyes. I'm a Filipino and I'm a registered nurse in the Philippines and a licensed English teacher here in Thailand, currently working as an English teacher for kindergarten and grade 1 students. And I've been here. I think almost 10 years. Almost 10 years. Yeah. In the Philippines, I used to teach the college students, nursing students in a very big university, Adamson University. I think 10 years, almost 10 years, in different universities in the Philippines. But I'm teaching caregivers, midwives, and student nurses. That's it. So, and then when I went here to Thailand, I've been an English teacher in high school, elementary, and kinder. So that's it. So I have experienced those
All levels.
every level of
All levels.
all levels. Yeah, all levels of
I
of
believe
being a
that
teacher.
teaching different levels will really give you different different experiences on how to teach kids in that country and how to manage the classroom with these different levels of students, right?
Yeah, when I was I remember when I was in the Philippines. Yeah, I used to teach college students. They're big, and then some of them, most of them are they're just thinking of their profession or their future already. So it's not very hard for them to be, to discipline them. It's not very hard for me to discipline them because they're, you know, somewhat mature in thinking. And then it's very easy because they're Filipinos, and it's very easy to talk to them in Filipino or in English. They can understand it immediately. But when of course, when I went here to Thailand, it's very different. Very different. I was, culture shock, and then the
Culture
language
shock.
barriers. Very, yeah, language barriers very difficult. Yeah, and then the students here, I found the students here, they, you know, they have some when when I teach. The first time I teach, I thought here it was a private school. Some students have basic knowledge of English, yes, very easy. But when I moved to another school, which is far, it's a very far town from the city, And then there's students are high school students, and then they don't have basic knowledge of English. It's very difficult to teach them. If, like, for example, they don't know the basic um, Thai words. It's very difficult. So what I did is to learn some words that just to manage my class. Like, for example, nanglong, it means sit down. Yukun, it means stand up. And then kian, it means write, to write. Labaisi, it means to color, like that. Only small, short words inside that I,
One word.
yeah, just to manage my class, because it's like, example, if they're very naughty or very noisy, you just shout me up. Me up, it means quiet. Some of them cannot understand, like because of the languages. The Thai language have our tone. It's tonal. They
So
have
no. So
sometimes straight, sometimes going up. And like example, one word, cow. Cow. If you say cow straight, it means I think rice or something. When you cow, uh there's a cow, and then there's cow.
how
Different tones, one word only. One word, but different tones. So,
with different meaning.
yeah, different meanings, different tones, different meanings. So, very difficult for an English teacher, a foreigner teacher to teach them because of that, the language barrier, and then the tonal thing for their language. Like, if
So
example,
you
you
want
learn you learn you learn Thai words, so simple words,
yeah,
but
the word, but you
uh,
also need to learn
but
Thai.
if you pronounce it wrongly, the meaning is different. So,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, you've been here for. I so well, I think you experienced some things like I experienced. So it's very difficult. Yeah. So, but through the years when I was teaching in high school, I've been there for. I've been. Uh, I worked there for almost 6 years. It's almost 6 years. Through the years, the students developed themselves to, you know, to adapt to the foreigner teachers, to for hearing, and then for writing, for reading. Maybe they adapted themselves to, oh, we have foreigner teachers, we have to, you know, study hard with this subject, because if not, we will, have failing grades. But here in Thailand, you cannot fail anybody here. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. The one thing, yeah, one thing I found here is, I think it's, I cannot, as a Filipino,
Can't
I
be
cannot,
failing grades.
accept that they're they're not failing anybody here.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if somebody, even if that somebody, you know, cannot cope up with anything, or not learning anything, or doesn't want to study, so you just have to give him or her a project so that he or she can pass, or something like that.
Yeah. My experience that when the last school that I was teaching in Thailand before we came here was in high school, and and they are higher matayom. I was teaching higher
Mm.
matayom, and so I I happened to fail a student, and the head teacher approached me with the mother,
Mm.
with the
With the
mother,
mother.
and the student
Yeah.
approached me and asked me that, can you just not fail? Can you just give project and just talk? And you are like really obliged to give a non-failing grade to the students,
Mm.
because otherwise the mother, the parents will be upset, the school head teacher will be upset, the school director will be upset, and other
Yeah.
teachers also will be upset with your Thai teacher. So yeah, it is different. This is the culture, which is really different from where we were from in the Philippines, because you students really need to strive hard, really need
Uh-huh.
to have a passing grade, then filling grade. And so
Yeah, that's true.
this is where somehow classroom management comes
Mm-hmm.
in. How will you be able to help these students really to thrive in the classroom so that they will not fail? So, but
Mm-hmm.
before going further into that, how is the in your experiences as you've experienced already, you have been into teaching different levels in Thailand and different schools, and with the culture, you stay there long enough already to know that
Yeah, that's it,
discipline.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no?
problem, right? No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's
is the
yeah.
discipline practice? What are the discipline practices of Thai culture?
Um, well, one practice is that um when inside the class, of course, you have to, uh, uh, the 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 lesson plans. Well, we're going for the lesson plans first. Yeah. So of course, that's very, very the root of all this teaching. So with my lesson plans now, I'm teaching kindergarten students, right? So with my lesson plans, uh, I adapted the lesson plan of one of our professors in Dr. Dewey. So, and I think Dr. Mandido. So I adapted one of his lesson plan styles, which is PPP. So we first I have first is presentation, the next is uh, pra- uh, presentation, procedure, and then practice. So and then the first thing that you have to do with kinder students, so you have to to have the warm up, something like that. Warm them
Yeah.
up so that they will, recognize that this is English already. So this subject is English, right? So what I'm doing is uh, I'm incorporating with I'm having this with my lecture. I have this uh, one one album of my whole lecture for the day or for the week, that I have the warm up songs, like they have sing and dance first, so that like hello, how are you, like that, or something, or how many fingers do we have, like that, ABC, like that, so that you in this so that the students will be, this is English, this is English, this is fun, this is fun, this is fun, because most of them wants fun, they're just small kids, 3 years old, 4, 5, 6 years old, like that. So after maybe 5 minutes of dancing and singing, dancing and singing ABC or something like, and and then we go to the presentation, the lecture itself, and then the after 5 minutes, maybe because kinder students, their focus of attention is just 5 minutes. It's just 5 minutes. So what I'm doing is after 5 minutes of lesson means sometimes 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes 2 to 3 minutes. They're very, they're very
Yeah,
uneasy. Yeah.
according to study that the attention span of kids or students is according to their age. So
Mm-hmm.
if your student will be like 3 years old, their concentration span is 3 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
there are kids that have longer concentration span if they are trained into
Yeah.
concentration. That's why
Yes.
teaching.
They have different, different levels of attention like that. Some are, 2 minutes, sometimes three, four, five, like that. So what you have to do is if, like for example, my students, they are all sitting on the floor. Where Thailand classrooms doesn't have tables and chairs. Yeah, they sit on the floor. What? Yeah, have you seen the photo? Yeah, yeah. You've seen the photo that my students are sitting on the floor like that, though. So I don't have chairs and tables. Yeah, only the teachers that have chairs and tables. Well, yeah. So what I'm doing is sometimes they're uneasy, sit too much of like that, or very uneasy to sit on the floor, or I don't know, whatever they're thinking, or they want to play or something. What I'm doing is I incorporate something like breakers. So you have to have brain breakers, but these brain breakers, you have to teach them first before you incorporate this one to your lectures. Like sometimes I have this telling them, okay, say Johnny, Johnny. When I say like that, they will follow. Yes, Papa. Eating sugar. Yes, Papa. So all those things now now becomes focused to the teacher. No, they're not naughty anymore. They're focused to the teacher, to the lesson, because um, the teacher said, Johnny, Johnny, okay, we want this. Yes, Papa, we want to answer the teacher. Uh, Eating sugar. Yes, Papa. They're very happy. Open your mouth. Ha ha ha, like that. And then I have some another brain breakers is clap your hands 5 times. So they will just, of course, they will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the thing is their brain focus on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rather than focus on anything around. So that's it. So some brain breakers. So you have to incorporate some brain breakers for your students, or so that you can, get their attention again. Here is your teacher. But most of the time, um, I I try to, memorize all their names. That is very one thing also that I notice. If you, like example, uh, call their names, like Kwantung, where is teacher? And then they will look at the teacher. uh, and then another thing, Tintin, where's teacher? And of course, another, oh, teacher is calling me. Teacher, shouldn't be naughty inside because teacher will, get angry. And then they will
What
have,
means
okay, they're very shy to, for the teacher to find out that they're very naughty. So
what
that's
do you
it.
do when the student doesn't listen and they get naughty? What kind of
Um,
discipline do you impose? You implement?
yeah, that's it. I call their names. I call their names. When you once you call it your name, they will not be naughty anymore because I think they don't want to be, oh, the friends will tell them, oh, you're naughty, you're naughty. Somebody's looking something like that. They may be very shy, so they will not
So
get naughty anymore.
Thai people, Thai kids are more respectful to their superior, so they are not that naughty. So it is not difficult for you to discipline Thai kids.
Um, no, no, because they have this high respect to teachers. Like in like you know they have the levels of people here, right? The first level of respect, parents. Parents first, then second is their country, the third is their king, and then the fourth is their monks, the fifth is the teacher. So the teachers have the higher level of respect and following the other profession or something or the other level of people in Thailand. So that's their culture. They have the high respect to teachers here.
How about older kids like high school, like matayom or high school? Are they more naughty or needs to be disciplined, or the same in your city in the
Uh, in Matayoms, they are more, uh, there's a big difference between kinder and Matayoms. Matayoms, they're bigger and then they have mature thinking. Some of them, they just, um, in the in the level of focus of attention, they can focus more because they're bigger and then mature enough, and then um they want a, a very high grade. Some of them are wanted a very high grade for this subject because this subject like English is a very difficult subject for them. If they have a higher grade in this subject like English, math or science or technology or something like that, they are very bright already. That's it in the culture, right? In the culture.
So
Thinking,
how
yeah,
about
the parents will think, oh, you're very bright already because your grade in English is very high.
in in Thailand culturally, how do they discipline the students there or their kids? Not the students, but their kids. As you have met a lot of parents, and what have you noticed? How do they discipline their kids from school and at home?
At home, not most the homes, right? I haven't I haven't went to their homes yet, but outside the school, yeah, every time you met some parents with the kid or the students will say, "Oh, that is my teacher. That is my English teacher." So what the parents will say, "Oh, greet your teacher, wadi, sawadee ka, why?" So they have to why, sawadee ka, kung crew like that. The parents will tell the students or they will remind the kid to give respect to the teacher. That is their culture.
Have you seen any parents or teacher like use stick or spanking to the students or their kids?
Hmm?
Corporal punishment, spanking, stick hitting like that.
Uh, what is it again?
Have you seen or noticed some parents or teachers that uses a spanking or hitting corporal punishments in Thailand?
Oh, yeah, Thai teachers they do that, right? Maybe it's part of their culture because the parents allow them to punish their kids if the kids are naughty. So that's the part of their culture. So these teachers are allowed, but the Thai teachers are doing that. I've seen that many times already. Some um some Thai teachers, they, because the hair of the high school students have to be cut like uh just below the knee, the ear, no? The girls hair, so not touching the collar. So every time I've seen a girl like their hair is longer, uh, the teacher will cut in front of everybody. Yeah, that's, I think it's, for me it's not, I think I think for me, as a Filipino, I will not do that in front of everybody, because these kids are high school kids already. They have, you know, uh, they're they're in puberty stage. They have their crushes, their love, or their boyfriends or friends. They will, be ashamed of whatever. So I've seen that many times already, and then some of them will be punished because the uniforms are, different.
What punishment do they give to the students?
One thing that I've seen, some Thai teachers are very strict. When they came to school late, they will run around the football field for, I think, 5 to 10 minutes, and then some of them will pick up garbages around the school. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're high school already. They're high school already, and then oh, in the Philippines you cannot do this. Yeah, you cannot do this because the students will, yeah, will talk to the parents, and the parents, and then the next day the parents will go to the school and go to the principal and then talk to you personally like that. But they are there. Just the Thai teachers are like, EJ, EJ, EJ.
So this is one of the reasons on how to discipline this kind of kids, because he is very
EJ.
now. And okay, so this is real life. Okay, you did. Okay. So this is
EJ.
he knows tantrum now. It's very social, but he's a good boy, and so we're trying to manage this behavior. So this behavior, if the child does like this, what do you do?
Talk to him. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there, I'm a parent too. I have two kids. They're grown up already. One is 25 years old, one is 18 years old. So I took good care of them. I took good care of them. They were since the babies until 5 years old. 5 years old, and they are ready to go to school. So you have to do, like, if like a kid is doing like that, the tantrums or something. So you just have to talk to them.
This is what we are wondering why he does this.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you feel? Sad. Why are you sad? Why are you sad?
Oh, no. EJ.
yourself. Right.
Hello.
That's why our topic is discipline practices. Because how to discipline how to
Yeah,
discipline kids at home and at school.
yeah. First, if we have like EJ's age, the kid like EJ's age now, right? A toddler. The mothers are the first teachers, right? So you have to develop the attitude of your kid before you put him to school, right? So that the teachers will have the hard time to discipline them, yeah. And then you have to talk to your kid. Talk to your kid. Help them open up. What happened to you the whole day? What did you do the whole day? No. The So you have to help your kid open up to you. Yeah? Tell you what's been going on inside the school. What did the teacher teach them? What lesson they have for the day? And then what they feel about school. So what they feel about friends. So everything that they have to tell you, they help them open up. Uh,
Yeah.
Help them open up because if not, if if your kid doesn't want to open up, or your kid have this feeling that you will not listen to them, um, they will have like they will feel sad, and sometimes this thing that you have to develop with your kid, like to be very comfortable to talk to you, maybe because of to prevent bullying. Yeah, some kids are bullied inside the school. Some kids are bullied inside the school. They cannot tell the parents. They can't even tell anybody because um they didn't as a parent, you didn't develop them to open up, right? To tell the truth, or to tell things that are going on inside the school. Sometimes these teachers are very strict, or sometimes the teacher will tell them something like bad words, or something like words that are very hurtful for their feelings. And then this as and if you as a parent didn't tell your your kid to open up, so how can they tell? So this kid will just develop pity for himself, will have low
Yeah.
self-esteem, sorry, low self-esteem, and then you cannot control himself, and it will lead to anxiety, to depression, like that. It's a very difficult thing, a very hard thing for the parent to tell this your kid to open up if if you didn't develop them as a small kid to be comfortable with you to talk about school, about friends, about anything around him, like that.
It's basically the foundation is communication, right? Communication
Yes, yes.
between parents and
Parents,
their kids,
kid.
because as they communicate, like what happened earlier. DJ, he was like just throwing tantrums. So when I asked him what do you feel,
Mm-hmm.
he's sad, and so and I just asked him to take a deep breath. And at first he did not, and then when he took breath, it was he felt better, and now he is okay. So
Yeah.
I agree with you that really communication is very important, and because we start from the very young age, and then when they grow up, they will learn that, and they will exercise that. They can talk to
Mm-hmm.
anything and everything, and so they will be like what you said, comfortable, and they will.
Mm-hmm.
It entails a lot, entails of
Yeah.
characters, entails of in terms of development of the child. It
Mm-hmm.
is a big factor, really. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much
Uh,
for giving us your time. So tell us, what do you do aside from teaching? I know that you
yeah,
have a
I'm also a blogger in YouTube too. So just if you find time, if you have time to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can find it in YouTube. Just type in Eugenia de los Reyes, and then you can see a very beautiful girl with purple flowers and like that. So just subscribe because I will try my actually some of my videos are in Filipino and in English. So I will try most of the time that I will have this videos in English. Okay,
this.
so yes,
So we
everybody
will
can understand.
see more contents of your YouTube channel there.
So
Thank you so much.
the contents of my YouTube channel are some experiences here in Thailand being a teacher, and then some health tips and beauty tips like yeah, because I as a teacher you have to be very beautiful in front of the students, of course, and then the parents, of course, and not just yourself. So you just have to develop yourself
Take
and
care.
to
Self-care.
take care of yourself, not just be a teacher, be beautiful, be yourself. So that's it, right? Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. It's
Yeah.
been lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for giving us those picture of the culture in Thailand and being a teacher
Yeah, anytime,
before.
anytime. So yeah, you
Yes,
can invite me anytime that you have.
so, Mom, if you are watching us right now, please leave us a comment, and we would really want to engage with you. And if you're watching for on our play later, let us know as well. And watch out for our next interview next week. And we would really love to know what contents do you want us to address, what topic do you want us to discuss, and if
Hmm.
you have specific topic, please let us know. We would like to be of service to you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Mother, today.
Thank you
And
for inviting